Hello and welcome to CMT Stuttgart trade fair, second largest trade fair for motorhomes, camper vans in the world. This is a company, relatively new company from Slovenia, make this van's called the company's called MegaMobil, and the MegaVario Aktiv 680. It is on, as you can possibly tell, it's on a MAN. Actually, it does look, the MAN does, of course, look a bit like the Volkswagen. It's owned by the same company. Volkswagen now owns MAN. It didn't found it, but it bought it out some time ago. This vehicle here, 74,000 euros it costs. It kicks off at 58,000. So as it's on this base, 683 and 0.6 centimeters in length, 204 centimeters in width, 259 internally. It's used the base of the vehicle. It's a camper van, so that explains the dimensions. It has a 100-litre wastewater tank and a 90-litre freshwater tank. As it's on an MAN basis, they have not put anything into the bulwark, so that's, I think, pretty good idea. We've got here, okay, we've got your television. Oh, so I wanted to take the walk through the van first. So, lengthwise bed at the back. And now what this company does particularly well is this. It's the bathroom. Now they've got vans on a Peugeot, on a Fiat Ducato, on a Mercedes Sprinter, but they put the same bathroom into everything. And speaking as somebody who has a tiny bit of experience in dealing with Mercedes Sprinter, I can tell you that's really quite an achievement, because it's such a difficult body shape to work with. Unlike the Peugeot, it's called a Boxer for a reason. It's a box, and congratulations for that. Let's have a look at the bathroom in a bit more detail, actually, because so we've got the toilets down there. Your sink is here. You may think, okay, the sink is a little bit far from, so I'm sort of stretching a little bit. Okay, a huge amount. Okay, I suppose you're just using that to wash your hands and clean your teeth with, because it'll be washing your dishes up in the sink. We've also got this here sliding door. I'm a big fan of sliding doors. There we go. And now one of the problems I've got to say, this is somebody pointing this one out to me. I don't experience this myself. It can be difficult to actually clean these things, and they haven't put one of these horrible curtains in here. Good idea, but they do have this thing here, which stops the toilet getting wet. Goes across like that. I'd rather have that than a curtain. Now you may think, there's not much room in that shower. I'm going to try and demonstrate how much room there is in the shower. So there's me holding the camera. Now the thing is, though, I've got to come down like this. So I want to look at myself in the mirror like that. I've got to I'm sort of crouched, because normally that's my standing height is up there, so you can't actually really I can't see myself anyway. I know you can see me, but I can't see my face from where I am at the moment. The reason you can see me because it's a wide angle camera. Right, so if you want to see yourself in the mirror, you've got to come to sort of that length there. So that's the very top of my head at the moment. I'll pull this back to make the point. No, I won't make the point because it's a wide angle. Anyway, so that could be a slight bit of a problem, and I think to that end, I would suggest that maybe a mirror there. So you do want to see yourself sort of when you're shaving. I mean, I'm bad enough at shaving when I've got the mirror directly in front of me. Anyway, just make that point there. I put a mirror in myself. So anyway, fridge, Tibeting, new one, came out last year, 2019. Opens that way. Opens that way. Isn't that clever? Alright, a bit more storage up here. Now you may think, well, that's you can't really do a lot with that, which is probably true actually. But it is a camper van, right? Not a lot of space inside, really. I mean, so if you want to be able to drive the thing easily, that's one of the problems. You want a camper van if you want more space, and you get a motorhome which is a bit wider. There's the other sink I mentioned. Okay, it's a hermetic setup. The sink is not big. The reason it's not big, because look, there's no room to put it, is there? So, no, again, if you want a bigger sink, get a camper van. No, I mean, sorry, get a motorhome. But I'll show you the drawers, because I think this is quite clever in these drawers. See? Okay, that's not very deep, it's shallow. But, as I come down here, that's a much deeper one. Although I think it would benefit from higher walls down there. Now, some of the other vans do have higher walls. Now, another thing I'd like to point out about this motorhome is the insulation which is being used inside. The insulation is they're using 25mm Armour Flex. I'm also using Armour Flex on my van. I'm using 50mm, but what they're doing as well, which is something I didn't think of, is they're using the self-adhesive Armour Flex, and then they're putting another piece of Armour Flex, I think it's 6mm, over the top of that, so that would effectively stop cold bridges. And I didn't think of that one, so next time round I'll do it twice. I'd put something like a 25mm and then put something else over the top of that in different positions. You know, bricks are sort of, you have one brick here and you have the next brick, the next level at that level, and like that. That's done for strength. And so in the same way, but going deeper, I would have that with the insulation. Anyway, so you sort of live and learn, and it's not too late in my own case to actually do something about it, because I haven't started sticking the stuff in yet. So what we'll do now is we'll have a look at the back of the van. Hello, morning. And so we can see we've got a bit of storage there. Now, one thing though, it's on the gas front, so you probably can't tell that's the gas cabinet. But they're putting in the 11 kilo bottles would go in there. If you want the bigger gas bottles, then you need a van with a bed that's higher up. Right, so I'll have a look at one or two other vans while I'm here. You can hear this is the Mercedes. You can hear the hoovers going off, so people have to clean the stands up before others get in. Here we have another one on the MAN base. So I'll show you this one. This is called Mega Aktiv. Sorry, Mega Reactive. Sorry, I got that wrong. Mega Reactive. And previous films I've called it Megare Aktiv. Not understanding it should have been Mega Reactive, but anyway, never mind. 680, that's what happens when you speak Italian. 76,089 euros, kicks off at 59,000. Right, but the rest of it is going to be very similar inside, and that's what I'm going to do now. I'll show you inside. Oh dear, I can hear some music in the background, and you'll possibly know my reaction to music, which is that I've now got to a state with my YouTube channel that I've got to be very careful about copyright. So if anybody's got some music in the background, I'm afraid I can't talk at all. In fact, I've got to put music over the top of it. I don't know how to take my own, leave my own voice in whilst taking the background sounds out. If I ever learn that, then I'll be able to do it. So there we have another MAN version. Yeah, there's lots of people filming here. And there is at the back what it looks like. Okay, so you can see I've filmed all of these vans. You can see them in other films. So all the vans on this stand I've filmed. I haven't filmed all the vans in this haul, although in the past with previous years' versions it probably does come quite close to having done the lot. Okay, right, so if you've got this far, thank you very much for watching. If you haven't got this far, then there's no point in saying anything. So that's the end, and thanks very much for watching, and please subscribe.